to week 3 of
Week
Paw Talk.
3 of the Paw Talk.
Oh boy.
Gosh.
We're really getting out there.
Yeah.
So.
We've got a lot of stuff to talk about.
We do.
First of all, thank you. And we get in frame here.
Yeah. Slouch back.
Thank you for joining us. I know it's been a busy week.
It's been very busy.
And we've got a lot of things that we want to cover. So, Haley, get started.
Alrighty. Well, we have had some adoptions this week. We have Miss Maisie that we had mentioned the last time. She has finalized her adoption. You know, she has 11 puppies. Cody's ditching me here. She has her 11 puppies that were adopted. You know, she's been in the program for a year, and so we found the perfect home for her, and she finalized that adoption this week. So we no longer have to worry about Miss Maisie. She's found a wonderful home. We've also had adoptions with Maybelle. She's one of the dogs we had here in the program. She and all of her puppies have been adopted. So that's always a good thing, knowing that the mom is adopted the same time as the pups, because oftentimes we keep the mothers way longer. Just trying to think, have we had any cat adoptions? We're going to have a cat adoption today. A kitten, actually, is going to go to a foster to adopt home. And we also adopted some other puppies this week, so we've had lots of animals going to new homes. It's been a good week for that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What else?
Would you like to introduce Miss Ellie Mae, or when did you want to do that?
We'll do that in a minute.
She popped up when you went to
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she did. She's already made her own guest appearance.
We've got a special guest today when we're going to be doing our Paw Talk today, and her name is Ellie Mae. Mm-hmm. And I think I do have a picture of Ellie Mae before. And just a quick backstory on her. She was with a family with another dog, and the other dog triggered and went after poor Ellie Mae and ended up chewing really severely one of her legs. She got both the legs, but damaged one of them, so it ended up having to be amputated. This is her first official night that she spent here at the building. She's been at the vet recovering, so she's kind of getting used to some things. But let me see if I can get her. Ellie Mae, come here.
Come here. She said, I'm napping, guys. What are you doing?
Ellie Mae, come here.
Here we go.
You want to turn around and look at the
camera? Turn around this way, Ellie. No. She loves giving kisses. You sweet girl. Oh, come here. Hi, sweetheart.
She and I got up a little bit early today, and so I did a post on Facebook.
Hi. Oh,
and she and I went to a couple places. But stay tuned to Facebook and YouTube, because we're going to do an update video on where we went and what we did, because I think it's going to be fun watching.
She's a special girl. She's going to draw in lots of attention, and obviously the 3 legs doesn't slow her down. Look at her right now. She just hops up there with that one front one like it's nothing.
She's a great dog. I think because of some of the trauma that she's had, she's very anxious.
She is. She's extremely nervous. She is coming around to us slowly. I mean, obviously, she's comfortable with us now, giving us kisses and whatnot. She is on medication that's very difficult for us to give. We've tried everything. She outsmarts peanut butter, treats, and now we're on to cheese. So as long as we can get her to take her medicine and get her feeling better, she's going to be just fine.
I think at some point we will be looking for a foster for Ellie Mae. What are some of the specific qualifications that we would need for a foster?
An ideal foster for Ellie Mae would be a very quiet, calm home. Probably one without small children. Just, nothing against small kids, but they can be a little loud on occasion. So definitely no small children. She does like other animals, so depending on what animals you have in the home, she would potentially do okay with other dogs. Just somewhere calm, somewhere that she can rest, somewhere that's got her space to stretch out and lay down, because she is sore and she's going to need a comfortable bed and a comfortable space to rest. But yeah, just someone, especially if they have any experience with special needs fostering, would be ideal too, because she's on her medication and she does have her special needs, so.
Do we know what kind of dog Ellie Mae is?
I do not. Do you know what Ellie Mae is?
No, that's why I asked.
Good question. No. She's a large girl. I would say maybe some hound in there somewhere, maybe some lab. I don't know. She's big. She's a big girl.
what would someone do if they wanted to fill out an application to be a potential foster, not only with Ellie Mae, but maybe one of the other animals we have in our
A new
care?
foster?
Yeah.
Okay. They would want to apply on our website, or they could call here to the office and speak with me, and I would be happy to explain how to do the process. But we have an application, just as we do for almost every program on our website. You would complete that. We do vet reference checks on foster applications, so just complete that, and I would get with you and schedule a time for you to come in, or we can talk over the phone, whatever's easier for you, to discuss fostering and what that entails, and then we would get matched with the right foster. Now, we would do a foster plea most likely for her, so that would go out to everyone that fosters for us. But if you feel like you would be the perfect fit, definitely let us know, because we need the right space for her. And any foster in general, that's how we reach out, is via foster pleas. So that's either with a text message or an email. Usually includes a picture of the animal, some information about it, whether it be a kitten, a cat, a puppy, or a dog. We always send those out, and we ask that you contact. For cats, it would be myself or Cindy, or for dogs, it would be Mary and Cindy.
And, I want people to keep in mind, too, that we only have one of a particular animal. Mm-hmm. So, we have to make the best choice for that animal, on the foster homes. And we do try to take applications in order that we receive them, to try to be as fair as possible. Mm-hmm. So if you submit an application to foster Ellie and it just doesn't work out, it's probably because someone before you had submitted an application that was just as good, or but don't get frustrated, because there's always going to be an opportunity to foster animals. It's one of the reasons why there are animal rescues in this world, is because there's just a constant need of safe places for animals to stay. And with us being a no-kill shelter, our option is solely to try to find a home for this animal. We obviously want to find a permanent, forever home, but sometimes that takes a little bit of time, especially with some of these. Maybe with Ellie Mae, it's going to take her a little bit for her to trust people and even some animals. She's
going to be what we consider a long-term foster, so it's going to take her a while to regain, not only physically but emotionally. I mean, she's been through a lot of trauma, so we need someone willing to be patient with her as she comes out of her shell and she regains mobility with 3 legs. Obviously, she's doing well now, but it's something she's still going to have to get the hang of. She, especially on this hardwood floor, when she tries to walk around, she occasionally slides and has difficulty gaining traction. So I feel like that's something over time that she's going to do a lot better with.
It kind of brings us to a good transition. We are currently making some changes with the Humane Society, more with job responsibilities and kind of behind the scene things. Mm-hmm. Haley is going to be, she is actually already started, she's going to be overseeing the volunteer program. Mm-hmm. So Haley, why don't you explain just a little bit what it means? Well, just why don't you recap the volunteer program for the Humane Society?
Well, the volunteer program would, of course, have an application on our website. We're open, we want volunteers to come in, whether it be for school hours needed, just families wanting to bond and get out and do things together, whether it be someone, that just wants to help, wants to do something for the community and for the animals. We need, whether it be help here at the office or over at our thrift store. The office would entail even walking Ellie Mae, while she's here. If you wanted to come and take her out and bond with her and get her more comfortable. It could be cleaning, it could be office organization, assisting with adoption events here or at PetSmart. Over at the thrift store, we're going to need help with lots of things, whether it be just speaking to customers and assisting them with answering questions. It can be sorting donations, helping haul in donations. Other tasks as assigned, just depends on the day.
Mm-hmm. Our volunteer program is so important, but the job, you've got to be prepared for anything when it comes to being a volunteer here.
Yeah, no day is ever the same.
No day is ever the same, and it could be dirty,
Yes.
for lack of better
for
terms.
example, yesterday, one of our volunteers, she came in, she did a wonderful job. It was something, kind of out of the ordinary, but I asked her to do nothing but organize our pantry room, which is a big thing here with the Humane Society. We do the community pet food pantry, and we needed to go through, we try and keep up to date on all the cans and their expiration dates and organization. And so she went through, she looked at every date on every can in that room. Mm-hmm. She organized everything. She got everything that was expired set aside. She reorganized the shelves. It looks amazing. So that there was 2 hours, and not only that, but she stayed after and played with the kittens and played with the puppies, and she had a blast. I asked her how it went, and she said she can't wait to come back on Monday. So
the volunteers really are the foundation for the Humane Society. Mm-hmm. When you look at actual employees, it really is. It's just it's a handful of employees, and we are an operation that goes 24/7, all week long. There's no such thing as a holiday in animal rescue. There's not there's really not any time away.
Right, it never stops.
It never stops. Mm-hmm. So to have a core of volunteers or people that are willing to give their time to help us mm-hmm. is absolutely, it's amazing. The volunteer program, so once you submit an application, it will go to Haley. Mm-hmm. Haley will set up a very brief orientation with you. It's usually about 30 minutes is what we try to do. Yeah. But we like to do it here at the building, so that way you have a chance firsthand to see the environment. You get a chance to see what sort of things. We can only explain so much on the phone.
And we make that very clear that, you get a better idea when you come here and actually tour the building and meet with us and some of our animals. And we want to make sure that it's what you want to do and that you want to be a part of the Humane Society. So mm-hmm. we keep it very brief, but it's always fun.
It's always fun. The typical shift, just to kind of give people an idea, an hour mm-hmm. here and there. We obviously would like as much time as you're willing to give, but on average, it's a couple hours a week. Mm-hmm. Our hours of operation for usually when we have volunteers is between 10 and 5 o'clock. Sometimes we have a little bit later. Sometimes we have shifts on the weekends. It really varies. Because again, with animal rescue, it could be busy today and slow tomorrow. We just don't know, and it's one of these things that last minute we'll be calling people needing help. So just we need people with some flexibility, but it's very rewarding. You get a chance to I think one of the things that volunteers love about coming here is they can follow the progression of, for example, a dog like Ellie Mae. When Ellie Mae, she's anxious right now. She's a little bit shy, loud noises. She's not her true self. But to watch her over the course of the months and the weeks or whatever it may be, to see her finished storyline and see her go to her forever home, that's the best part.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, with Maisie too, we had volunteers that came in to say goodbye to her because they were so attached, and to have mothers that have recently given birth to puppies and to watch those puppies be adoptable and out on their own now, with a new home is really exciting, and a lot of volunteers get to witness that. And some are lucky enough that we'll be having a mother birthing puppies or a mama having kittens, here at the office while they're here. And that's just another example of no day is ever the same. It just depends on what we've got going on.
You can always go home knowing that you know exactly what you did, which was save animals in the area. Mm-hmm. Whether it be like with a volunteer yesterday, organizing food and checking dates. Yeah. I mean, you're directly making sure that animals are safe. Mm-hmm. To interacting. I mean, it really is. It's having people come and interact with the kittens. Yes. We've had feral cats and kittens in the past that just need to be adjusted to human beings, and it's a slow process. It's spending an hour playing with them. It seems like that's not a big deal, but it means the world towards these animals' development, towards getting them adopted to a future home. We want all animals to go, and the best possibilities that they have are, if they're friendly, if they're
Exactly.
playful and tame, and the only way we can get to that point is with consistent volunteer help.
Yeah, despite us being a foster-based organization, unfortunately, with the amount of intakes that we do, there's always going to be someone here at the building, whether it be a litter of kittens or a dog here by itself, what have you. But they need socialization. So to come in and even spend 30 minutes with them, just talk to them, sit with them, pet them, play with them, give them treats, just spend some time, get them out of their shell, get them comfortable with you. That's one step closer for us to get those animals adopted.
And so that website, and I'll do a screen for it next week, but it's hswctn.org, and it's under the volunteer section. Just fill it out.
Under programs.
Everything under programs.
Under programs.
Everything is under programs.
Yes.
But please fill that out. There's also some emails there. You can email Haley. You can email me. Any questions, we'll try to answer. Over the last couple of weeks, we've gotten about 25 applications, so we're a little bit behind on trying to get those scheduled. But just know that we're reaching out to people and getting that scheduled.
We've had great success with foster applications and volunteer applications. Within the past 2 weeks, we've received more than we have in months. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure if it's our advertisement or just people wanting to help this time of year, but we've had a great turnout with people wanting to help. So it's always good.
You have to be at least 15 years old, though. Mm-hmm. If you're under the age of 18, I would have to meet with a parent, or Haley would meet with a parent or guardian to get consent.
And that's for volunteering.
And just
Fostering
for volunteering.
is 21 and up.
Mm-hmm. So just some notes on that. Let's go back a little bit to the fostering, because we are actively starting a new foster program, and we need a lot of help to make this a success. Do you want to talk a little bit about?
Yes, I had an idea, one in particular, given that yesterday was Veterans Day, and we have our Linda Paw program that assists with veterans while they receive medical care. And I thought, what a good idea would it be if we could do veterans helping veterans. So if we had veterans willing to step up to foster animals while other veterans are receiving care, as opposed to just anyone, I think that would be a wonderful thing. It would be more of a fulfilling program, I feel like, too. You would get more satisfaction knowing that you've been in their shoes, you've been there, you know what it's like, and you know that sometimes you just need help, but you don't want to leave your animals. So I think in the future I would love to start advertising for that, maybe reaching out, see if we could get some interest, and just go from there and try and build that program. And the foster program in general, we want to have a huge foster base that we can take in more animals, because without more fosters, we're limited with what we can do month to month with animal rescue.
That is so true. There's, again, being just one building with a limited crew, to be able to successfully launch like a foster-based program, especially with our veterans, is we need to have a people that we can call at a moment's notice and say, hey, can you house a cat, for example? Unfortunately, we're seeing a rise in homelessness in this area. People needing short-term care for their animals because they have lost homes themselves. Just hold on a second, I'm trying to silence out. I'm not doing any good. Okay. And, I think we're making things work, but we're always looking for more people and more.
It can always be better. We can always do more, but right now we have a fantastic program. We just want to build on that.
That is absolutely right. Okay. We are also get a lot of questions about what sort of donations we accept here at the Humane Society. Of course, the obvious items, we get food, cat food, dog food, litter and stuff. But what are some of the other things that you think that people don't think about that we go through
Sharpies
Yeah.
and tape. Like, I know that's odd, but Sharpies and tape, we use those all the time. Gloves, so latex gloves, even the large cleaning gloves. You know, someone asked that the other day, and we said, well, latex, but then I got to thinking the big, the cleaning gloves, like almost to the elbow, those would be good too. Paper towels, cleaning supplies as far as soap, really just about anything. Even Lysol here in the office so we can spray and keep ourselves safe against the COVID. That's always a good one. Really anything you're willing to donate. We're not picky. We accept all donations. Did you mention bedding too for animals here?
No.
No, bedding's a big one. Oftentimes we have to toss the bedding that we have here at the office due to a sick animal or just, preventing any spread of disease or whether they have a major accident on bedding and we just can't save it. We always need more, so any kind of bedding. And whether it be comforters, we use those with mamas and babies or a dog like Ellie Mae that needs more padding when she's laying down. Towels and hand towels we use to clean with. Small fleece blankets we use in the cat condos and the smaller cages. So bedding we always need.
All right. What else? What do you got on your list? What else? We need to
My
discuss
list.
today?
Well, I wanted to mention animal facts, but I didn't know if that was something you wanted to talk about or not.
Let's do that.
Sure.
That'd be a good thing to kind of wrap things up on.
With our busy week, this was actually going to be a video in and of itself, but we didn't get that far. So we printed off a document from the Halifax Humane Society, so shout out to them. They listed a whole thing of animal facts that some were new to me. Let's see. Some of these are a given, but some I found to be pretty interesting. Did you know cats are lactose intolerant?
No, I actually did not know that.
Yeah. Like most mammals, cats lose the ability to digest dairy after infancy. Feeding milk to a cat can encourage stomach upset and diarrhea. Even though you think it would be a good idea, it is not because it can hurt them. And, so many people, and even growing up, they would say, oh, I found a stray cat and I gave it some more milk. Well, obviously that's not good. So I found that one to be pretty cool. The human heart beats 60 to 80 beats per minute, while a cat's heart beats twice as fast, and a newborn kitten's heart beats up to 260 beats per minute. And it takes 18 muscles to move a dog's ear. So, say if Ellie Mae hears something just like that, it takes 18 muscles to move her ear. Pretty interesting. I don't think Ellie finds it as fascinating.
I was
She's
like,
what?
Ellie Mae, what do you think of that?
Ellie Mae,
She's
does
like,
it take 18 muscles?
That is actually really neat.
She's like, no. Let's see. All kittens are born with blue eyes. They begin to change color about 2 weeks after their eyes open. Are you okay, Ellie Mae? Oh, her heart. She's still learning to lay down. Which this I knew, but it's still interesting. A dog's sense of smell is up to 100,000 times more sensitive than a human's. While humans smell 5 million scent receptors in their noses, a bloodhound has up to 300 million.
Wow.
Yep. Let's see. Cats don't meow at other cats. They reserve this sound for getting attention, not to mention for food. And they use more of a scream if they're fighting. Interesting. This is neat too, given that I have a 2 and a 3-year-old. Dogs are about as smart as a 2 or 3-year-old. They can understand 150 to 200 words. They understand hand gestures, can learn sign language. The Border Collie has been touted as the most. Alrighty, well, given this article, it's cut off, so the world may never know what that says. Something about a Border Collie. Dog and cat can both read your moods, which that's always something we say that, if a dog is stressed, it's going to know that you're stressed. They pick up on that.
They can. That's one of the big things in the rescue world, especially when you're taking in new dogs and constantly is, sometimes we just have to take a deep breath before we go and meet them for the first time, because they really can sense fear, or they can sense anxiousness in ourselves, and it's that we have to be as calm and as patient as possible, because they sense that. They know. This
goes on to talk about too that even if you're yelling in the home and it's not directly at your dog, say if you're watching sports and you get frustrated that your team player that you like is not winning or whatever, dogs sense that, and they will even become agitated and have anxiety when they realize that televised sporting event's on, which is something I've never thought about. Isn't that crazy?
I guess I mean, that's goes in the whole environment.
Just in general, because dogs don't pick up. What's she watching? Oh, Buttercup's on the ceiling. Ellie Mae. Dogs don't pick up on whether or not you're yelling at them. They just know that you're screaming, and that causes them nervousness and anxiety. One more. The average dog can run about 19 miles an hour, while greyhounds are the fastest dog known to man and run at speeds of 45 miles an hour. And they can get to as fast as 75 miles per hour for short spurts.
Gosh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
So, in the future, we may make a video of more facts if you like those, just because I find that to be very interesting. But once again, shout out to Halifax Humane Society for that one.
All right. What do we have planned for this week? Do we have any?
Well, today we're going to have a lot going on this afternoon. We do have some puppies coming in that are going to be staying with us. We have got some other adoptions going on today. We're going to work here in the office and maybe fix us up a new Paw Talk spot. We talked about organizing that, so we'll have our own area. So, not that the office here isn't great, but we'd like to have our own space.
I have gotten a little bit of feedback about my dirty office, but that's
He cleaned, actually. I don't know if you guys can tell, except this is the main spotlight, and it's the biggest mess.
Actually cleaned. So we may be upgrading, and by upgrading, just moving to a newer spot in the office that's a little bit cleaner. But we have an event tomorrow. We're going to be at PetSmart, and we're going to have some puppies there. I don't know which puppies specifically, but we are going to have some puppies there. We're going to have some kittens, and we're going to have some cats. We'll be there from 12 to about 4 p.m. So that's the PetSmart. I believe it's on People Street, but it's in Johnson City. Coming up really soon, we are going to do a partnership with Curve and Cloth at the Mall of Johnson City. They are going to graciously donate a portion of their proceeds. I guess they've got 2 stores. They're going to donate a portion of their proceeds from both stores on a certain day during a certain time frame, and all those proceeds are going to go directly back to us as the Humane Society. So stay tuned for that, because that's great. We love it. We love partnering with businesses, especially if you ever want to do a fundraising event, if you want to host an event, if you want to come and brainstorm ideas. We are all about raising money for the animals.
For sure.
And now that we've, COVID still exists, but I think we found some ways to navigate through it safely. I think we can, we can do virtual events, we can do in person, we can do anything. So if you have any ideas, just reach out to us directly on our website.
Definitely. We would love suggestions going forward, especially with a new year coming. Just things that we can do to get our name out there, to get these animals adopted, and to grow our Humane Society.
We are also going to be doing the Johnson City Christmas Parade on December the 4th, I believe.
Yes.
I think it's a Saturday. It's going to be in the morning. But that'll be a great, super cool event. We're going to be handing out little, probably doggy bags or something.
Yeah, we want to put together some doggy bags, and of course some things for the kids too, because that's always an exciting event for them, So we're going to get some candy and some dog-friendly candy. Dog-friendly candy.
And then finally, we were looking to unveil the logo on the Paw Talk. We've had we've got to delay it one more week. We've got to finalize just a couple things. So expect that logo. Ellie Mae's found a toy.
She is. I think she's very happy.
The Pokemon.
Oh, you sweet thing.
So stay tuned for that, and I think we're going to probably do a contest for give someone one of the very first T-shirts with the new design.
That's a good incentive.
Yeah.
You might get one before I get one.
You might get one before any of the staff gets one.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So, anyways, we got a big week ahead. Stay tuned to our social media. Make sure if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel that you subscribe, turn on the notifications, and share it, because we're we're looking to grow, and through education and
Yes.
knowledge, we're looking to better inform
And
people
we
in the area.
do plan to make videos next week as time allows. We're going to do short videos regarding just animal care, animal facts, anything. If you all have suggestions, I would love to make more videos. I do have a background in animal care in general, so I would be happy to do informative videos if that's something you would like about just dog and cat care, medicating an animal, holding an animal for treatment. I mean, anything like that. I would love to make some videos, so throw out some suggestions on that.
And stay tuned, or subscribe to our Facebook if you're not already, because we're going to have updates with Ellie Mae.
Yes.
Especially, we had a big date this morning. Got her up at 6:50 in the morning, and we went out and did some things.
Yeah,
So
it's an early morning.
I'm going to post a video in the next day or so about Ellie Mae's and my first day out, and what we did and what she did, and maybe if she bought something. So, with that said, everybody have a good week, and we'll talk to you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.